Hello traders and welcome to this week's weekly market breakdown presented by myself, Jim, owner and founder of at Big Pips Only. So getting straight into it this week, and as we do every week, please be mindful that this analysis is just based on how the market closed the previous week. I like to sit aside, on Sunday and into Monday morning London session, and then really begin my trading week Monday morning New York session. So that allows the market a little bit to be able to do what it wants to do, and it can give us an idea of the direction it's going to go for the week. Okay, so, but basically, where we are, and really, the major pairs are going to be affected depending on which way the dollar index decides to go. But looking right now, okay, on a 4-hour perspective, we are bullish on the dollar index, right? Failed to break these lows here. Bullish run up, higher low, right? After a double bottom, you would like to see retracement into the neckline. Got in there, further continuation up. So for this to continue bullish, I would like to see a close above the previous 4-hour high around 150. I have 55 marked, but it's 1.56. A break above that and a retest, okay, it's on the retracement. We'll pull out our fib and we'll go ahead and we will enter long positions. Now, conversely, right, we want to see if we want to see it come down, a break of this low here, 100.17, will break us back into our institutional levels, okay, and we will then go ahead and upon the retracement, we will then look to short back down into these lows down here, okay, possibly even breaking this level and going down to the next one, okay. But as of right now, okay, I would more than likely go with this scenario because that is what the market is giving us at this point in time, okay. So that is the first thing we are going to look at. Now moving on to the first pair, okay, we have EURUSD, okay, and EURUSD, as you can see, it's really just been moving sideways, just bouncing in between our institutional levels, okay, bouncing. So really with this, okay, again, you can see it really bouncing off the bottom of that range, wicking into our institutional level, wicking up into this next institutional level, coming right back down. So that's really what it is doing at this moment. So before I really go ahead and trade EURUSD, I want to see either it come up here and break this high, okay, do something like this, and then continue up. I would buy in here, okay, if we break past this level. Or, and I mean, what could be happening as well here, okay, as you can see, pushed up into the level, we could be rejecting off of that level again, okay. So another thing we could be having here is we could be 1, 2, draw it through, 1, 2, draw it through, right? We could be showing some bearish pressure here. Right now, to short into these lows, I would have wanted to get in up here or even up here. The risk to reward for me, if I were to even out market this, just isn't where I would want it to be. Okay, that's just not enough for me. But that could be the move, okay? See how it reacts to these lows here. Either we will roll into them, break them, and then we will have this other possibility here, right? Coming down, breaking those lows upon the retracement, which will most likely come back into our institutional level. We will then go ahead and short this down. Okay, so those are our two possibilities on EURUSD. But as of right now, okay, I would probably go the short biased, okay, just based off the range, and it's most likely going to go back down into those range lows. Okay, moving on to the next one, GBPUSD. As you can see, what are we doing? Going down, down, right? So as of right now, there's no need to change the bias, okay? Friday, we broke through those previous lows as well, retested, and continued down. So right now, okay, again, we are in an institutional level. What could happen is we could ping right off of this level, okay? We could do something like this. That is most likely what I'll be looking for. Okay, something like this will most likely be what I'm looking for. Now, if we come all the way up here and we break this previous 4-hour high and we break structure back to the upside, okay, I will then, after we break, I will look for the retracement, and then I will look to long this into those higher retracement levels if we go ahead and we get a break above. But until then, what most likely will happen, again, we could even see a break below this, okay, and then retracement. But for now, I have a short bias on GBPUSD, okay? We want price to come, break those previous lows. So something like that, okay? So going ahead, now moving on to the next pair that we are going to go ahead and we are going to cover, okay? So gold, same thing. I was long gold last week, okay, as you can see. Right now, structure, it is a little bit overextended to the upside in my opinion, but we are still going to be long on gold, okay? So for where we stand right now, we are going to be long on gold, okay? So we're long on gold. From here, we could see price push up a bit, but we'll wait for retracement, and we'll look to push maybe even all the way back down into these levels, and then we'll look to long gold, okay? Now, if we have a market situation, right, and again, I like to sit out Sunday and London session, so I can really kind of see what the market's doing before I go to enter. If we see a break below this level, okay, upon that retracement, I will look to short this market, okay? But until then, gold going up to the spirit in the sky, okay? So, moving on. So, GBPJPY. So really, pretty much the same thing. Okay, we had this market being respected here on this level 133. Okay, was being respected pretty well. Finally broke to the downside, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So as you can see, we are in a downtrend. So right now, all we are going to be looking for is USD shorts, okay? So, if the market were to retrace, let's say it bottoms out, we'll look for that retracement, and then we will then look to go short on this market, okay? So if we can get some nice retracement, we'll go short. And if we can break above, okay, similar situation to GBPUSD, really, it's going to depend on GBPUSD, EURUSD, gold, USDCAD, those pairs. We're really just going to have to wait and see what the DXY does. But if we see a break above this previous low, upon that retracement, we would look to go long, okay? But until that happens, we will have our short biased. So we could break this here, okay? Break in that 129.5 region, retrace up, okay? And then we will look to go short and retarget those previous lows, okay? And some. So that is what we have going on for the pound yen. Okay, and the last one we are going to look at today, yes, we have looked at quite a few, haven't we? Beautiful, beautiful. But basically, USDCAD, okay? You can see that again, we are pushing into that institutional level. We rejected, okay, came back down to those lows here. But what happened when we got to those lows, right? We respected those lows. So those lows got respected. That is something, you need to always pay attention to. Okay, so as of now, and this was from Friday, so let me go ahead and delete that. But as of now, we are going to be long on USD CAD just due to the strength and the structure of the DXY. And this market, okay, structure, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, pretty much equal low, slightly higher, okay. Came down, found support again, institutional level. That is where structure was sitting as well. Wicked into it, immediately rejected, went for 125 pips into the next institutional level. Okay, so we're back in that level. So if we should see really a break above this, but I would probably like to see a breakout of my institutional level. Okay, we will then look for retracement, and then we will look to go long in this market, okay, beginning to target that next institutional zone. So that is what I'm mainly looking at on USD CAD, okay. Now, the other scenario, and again, we're really just going to have to wait for the DXY, but the other scenario, okay, is if I can see price, market opens, it pushes right back out of this level, maybe even creates, like a lower high here, okay, and then come up and retest that level and again reject it, I would then look for the creation of this lower high made, right? This lower low to be broken upon that break there, right? You break it that, then we would go ahead and we would short this market. Okay, so we'd short it from somewhere in here. The other way that we could go ahead and get in this, and would be the better way, right, when this 4-hour structure gets broken. So if we just got this huge candle to the downside, okay, even something like that, instead of, hop fooling and skipping into the market. If we could see the market give us this nice big bearish move down, with just straight down, which again, it could not. So we're going to pay attention to all the possibilities and all the scenarios. But, okay, if we get something like that, and then you push up, okay, upon that retracement, right, because you would have created what? A new structural low. You would be looking for the creation of a lower high up in here, and then going ahead and setting, maybe a limit at market if it meets your trading plan, whatever. And then you can go ahead and short this market down, and you would look for it to be breaking these lows, right? You would look for it to do, those types of things. So we'll see what the market does on USD CAD. We'll see what the DXY does, but those are the pairs that I myself will be monitoring this week. Okay. You can always add Bitcoin in there as well. I don't really feel like a lot of you are on the level to be trading cryptocurrency, so I'm not going to include it in any of my weekly market breakdowns. If you are in my Discord, or if you are in the Big Pips Only Third EYE FOREX Academy, okay, if you have questions or would like to learn how to trade cryptocurrencies, please feel free to ask me or reach out. If you are new to the channel, please like, subscribe, and comment if you found this video helpful, so we can expand and reach other like-minded traders. Now, if you are interested in the chat or have any questions or would like to know how I trade, please feel free. Links are in the description to my business and my personal Instagrams, to the websites where you can sign up for the academy, where you can sign up for the signals chat. And again, thank you all for tuning in. Have a wonderful, wonderful trading week, and I look forward to seeing the withdrawals on Friday.